Welcome to Providence Human Services of Florida. What I'd like to show you today is a brief tutorial on how to complete the PHS timesheet. We're going to begin with the hourly timesheet. This form may come to you already pre-populated with the pay period ending date, or PPE, and the days in the work week. If it's not, begin your pay period dates in work week 1 and include the PPE date at the top of the form. Our pay period ending dates are always the 15th and the last day of the month. I'm going to use 4/15 as the pay period ending date in our example here. The hours in this cell are simply reflective of the number of hours that we would expect to see in this pay period for a full-time employee. So there will be 11 days in this pay period times 8 hours per day. So the number here would be 88. If there's no number in this cell, that's not a problem at all. It's simply a reference point for those of us that are reviewing the form, that this would be the general number of hours we would expect to see for a full-time employee. So now let's go ahead and take a moment and populate the dates for the work weeks. And as I said, if the dates were not already populated, just go ahead, enter them in. And then we're going to start entering our hours for the day. To enter your start and end times, you're going to enter the time and then a space and then an A or a P for AM or PM. 8 space A, 12 space P, 1 space P, 6 space P. I'll do a few more just to give you some reference. 8:30 space A, 11:30 space A, 12 space P, 5:15 space P. As you can see, the form calculates in military time and then converts it down here to regular time. So don't let this confuse you. This is merely for the calculation. It's the hours that end up in the total week 1, 2, and 3 that are going to pull down here into the summary box. And the hours in the summary box are what are pulled into the template and uploaded into the payroll system. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more here. 8, 12, 12:30, and 4:30. Okay, if you took any other leave during the pay period, you're going to enter that over here under Other Leave Code and Other Hours. Enter the letter that represents the type of leave that you took and enter the number of hours taken. And in this example, I'm going to use some of each so you're able to see the results and how it pulls to the summary box here below. So we'll just begin and say 8 bereavement, 8 holiday, 8 jury duty, 8 sick leave, 8 vacation. Now it doesn't matter if you enter the letters in either uppercase or lowercase. The only thing that the cell is looking for are the letters. The holiday, the vacation, and the sick are going to pull down here into the summary boxes, and any other type of leave is going to pull here under Other. And then we'll reference up here to whatever letter of leave code you used to reference what type of leave you took. I'm going to go ahead and enter the hours for the rest of the work week, and I'm just going to do this for the sake of time. Now, if work week 1 is split between 2 pay periods, which you can see this work week is, you will need to enter the number of regular hours worked from the prior pay period in the box at the upper left corner of the form. These are only regular hours worked and do not include any vacation, sick, overtime, or any other types of hours that you were paid. The regular hours worked on your prior pay period can be found on your timesheet under Workweek 3 Regular. These are the hours from your prior timesheet that you'll put in this box. These regular hours worked will be added to the regular hours worked in the current pay period to determine if you're eligible for any overtime hours for hours worked over 40 in that week. For example, if you worked 16 hours on Monday and Tuesday that fell into the previous pay period, the 16 plus the 25.25 equals 41.25. So you can see here the 1.25 is eligible overtime and the remainder are regular hours. So 24, 1.25, and here's your 25.25. If you worked 20 hours, again, you'll see the 20 and the 25.25 equal 45.25. So that makes 5.25 overtime and 20 regular. And there's your 25.25 again. If you only worked 8 hours, then you're going to see the 25.25 all falls under regular hours because the 25.25 and 8 do not equal more than 40 hours in this work week. To complete your form, you will include any mileage and any phone reimbursement that you might have for the pay period. And you'll need to include the backup, your mileage reimbursement form, and your pay stipend form with your telephone bill backup. Please ensure that you sign and date the form and that your supervisor sign and dates the form prior to submission. Now, if you have any questions about how to log your hours due to working odd hours, overtime shifts, overnight shifts, FMLA, or anything of that nature, please check with your AA. We're happy to assist and walk you through the process. This concludes the presentation today on the hourly timesheet. Thank you for your time.